trusted news source. This is Channel 8 News at 5.
Coming up, after winning their first 3 matches, Husker volleyball drops in the rankings. Plus,
it has been very, very difficult on those communities.
Senior living facilities continue to struggle and close here in Nebraska.
But first tonight, with school back in session, keeping your kids safe when they're online. Good evening, everyone, and thank you for joining us. As we head back into the school season, experts say kids are more at risk for online trafficking and catfishing.
Tonight, some tips on how to talk to your child and hopefully prevent them from becoming a victim. Channel 8's Matthew Mittleider has more.
Keeping kids safe online can be difficult, but Kelly Hatzenbuehler, a victim assistance specialist of Homeland Security Investigations, has some advice on what you can do to protect your kids. Kelly says traffickers are relying more and more on having an online presence, which becomes a larger danger when kids go back to school and are using the internet more often. She says one way to combat the risk of kids meeting someone dangerous online is to provide open spaces where kids can work with others at home or at school. This is to keep kids from working behind closed doors so parents or teachers can check in on them.
These conversations between parents and guardians with kids and teachers, of course, can be very awkward and very uncomfortable because it's an uncomfortable topic. Even more so, that's why it's important to have them.
She emphasized, once a photo or video is out on the internet, it's out there forever. So kids should be especially careful about what they send online. Kelly also says parents should not punish their children if they are ever a victim of abuse or manipulation. Instead, they can support the child through what's happened and how they can learn, and allow kids to take a break from the internet if they've been through any traumatic or scary experiences online. I spoke with Chris Hefner, an administrator with LPS. She told me LPS teaches kids about being safe online as early as kindergarten and continues all the way through high school. She says when it comes to teaching kids online safety, it's important to remember your online footprint, which is the content that every individual posts online. Chris also says it's good to have these open, age-appropriate conversations with kids several times rather than just once in order to keep up with what kids are doing online.
Is to have the conversation with their kids and to have it with them often, to know where their kids are spending their time online and what they're doing, and to talk about what appropriate behavior looks like and sounds like for their family online.
She spoke about privacy and how parents should balance monitoring their kids' online presence with how much privacy they give to their kids.
We know that there are applications and ways for parents that they could see everything their child does online. We have to be able to give our kids space to make their own decisions, to learn their own lessons, to have control of their own privacy that way.
Reporting from Lincoln, this is Matthew Mittleider, Channel 8 News.
And if you think your child is being abused online, you can always call the Homeland Security Investigations tip line. It's 1-866-347-2423. Speaking of our kids, it was the first day of class today for some Lincoln Elementary students.
Ada Robinson was welcoming kids this morning to the new school that bears her name. Robinson Elementary started a couple of weeks late because of construction delays. Nonetheless, kids and teachers alike were excited to get back to school.
It's like we've been waiting for this day all summer. We were put back a couple weeks, but the teachers were ready and the kids and family, like we walked out and they were lined up ready to go, and just, it felt like all of us were skipping, students, teachers, parents. All for different reasons.
To make up for the delay in starting, school days will be 17 minutes longer each day. Ada Robinson, by the way, was a teacher and educator in Lincoln for more than 30 years. Senior living facilities continue to struggle across Nebraska.
11 senior living facilities are closing, leaving many elder Nebraskans scrambling to find a new place to live. Channel 8's Ariana Martinez tells us what is causing these closures. Ariana?
Even though funding is starting to trickle into facilities across the state, for many locations, it was just too late, causing many facilities to be on the brink or to close their doors for good. Facilities are appreciative to be able to get their staff the pay increase, but nobody could have anticipated the inflation we are experiencing right now. On top of inflation, a few facilities are being fined thousands of dollars for deficiencies they made back in January. Some facilities being fined $20,000.
Those deficiencies happened so long ago, back in January. They've already fixed the problem. They've submitted their plan of correction. So the fact that it came so late, it's very unexpected.
Those fines are related to COVID protocols, and was explained to me that it could be anything such as not washing your hands for the correct length of time. Tonight on the news at 6, I'll tell you where these 11 facilities are located that are closed or are in the process of closing.
Ariana Martinez, thank you. A Syracuse man spent his 60th birthday out on the Missouri River in a pumpkin boat.
And you could say he squashed a world record while doing so.
Right here.
Dwayne Hansen, whose hobbies include growing pumpkins, wanted to break the 25.5-mile pumpkin boating world record, which was set back in 2018. So Saturday morning, he and his 846-pound pumpkin set sail from Bellevue. His family and friends were there just in case anything went wrong. They also helped, of course, document the voyage. 38 miles and 11 hours later, Hansen arrived in Nebraska City, shattering the previously held record.
Yeah, not only did he carve out the boat, or the pumpkin, he also had a little carved area for a drink or whatever. A little placeholder there for that. So
hey, 11 hours, you gotta have something.
Well, yeah, he was going in style. All right, let's check in with Rusty now for your first forecast, and a warm one to kick off the work week.
Warm, but if you had a pumpkin in a river nearby, you were fine. So you got that going for you. Hey, it's the good news is the dew points were a lot lower today. Speaking of low temperatures, 60s for most of us in central and eastern Nebraska, but look off to the west. Look at Alliance, 43 degrees this morning. So, geez, some cooler air out there in some spots in the Panhandle this morning. It's a nice day. 84th Street and O at this is the Southeast Community College Cam. It's a nice day. Mostly sunny to partly cloudy skies. Temperatures, sure, a little warm. 87 in Lincoln, 87 in Friend, 88 in Beatrice, 83 in Nebraska City. But the dew point is kind of the main thing here. We've got anywhere from 50 to almost 60 degrees. A little warmer in Falls City at 64, but it's dry out there. We haven't seen dew points like this in some time. 87 degrees as we head past 6 p.m., 80 degrees by 8 p.m., mostly sunny skies and eventually mostly clear and dropping those winds to the calm condition, and 72 degrees by 10 p.m. Now we've got quite a forecast going on. It is going to be warm. That's the bad news. The good news is the dew point isn't going to be very high at all. So we'll take a look at the entire forecast in a couple of minutes.
All right, thank you, Rusty. Sports now. Husker volleyball had a very impressive opening weekend, sweeping the Pepperdine Waves on Saturday night for a 3-0 start.
But despite that strong start, Nebraska moved down a spot in the latest American Volleyball Coaches Association poll. The Huskers now sit at number 2, and Texas moves up to the top spot after defeating number 7 Ohio State 2 nights in a row. Ohio State was ranked 7th when they played, now has been moved down to the 8th spot. Rounding out the top 5 there, you can see though Louisville, Minnesota, and Georgia Tech. And it's back to the drawing board for Husker football, who just made it home earlier today from Ireland after another devastating loss.
Nebraska is now the only major college football team to ever lose 7 straight games by single digits. The Huskers host North Dakota this weekend for their home opener, and players say it's a chance for them to get back on track and start winning again.
We have a lot more games left. One loss, one game doesn't define what we've the months of work and preparation and things we've done as leaders and as a team to derail what we know we can be.
Nebraska and North Dakota kick off at 2:30 on Saturday. You'll be able to watch it on the Big Ten Network. Scott Frost will address the media tomorrow. We'll be there, of course, and have much more, both online and in our newscasts. Now to national sports news. A big headline in the NFL, the rape allegation against the Buffalo Bills punter who was cut by the team this weekend.
Questions are being raised about when the team knew about the allegation and if they acted soon enough. ABC's Alexis Christoforous has the latest.
New questions today about what the NFL and the Buffalo Bills knew and when about sexual assault allegations against rookie Matt Araiza. The Bills releasing the 22-year-old star punter from their roster Saturday after he was accused in a civil lawsuit, along with two former college teammates at San Diego State, of sexually assaulting a 17-year-old high school student.
Our culture here is more important to us than winning football games.
The allegations of rape, gender violence, and false imprisonment allegedly happened during a Halloween house party last fall, while Araiza was a standout at San Diego State. The others allegedly involved, Xavier Leonard and Nolan Iwaliko, both players denying the allegations, now off the school's roster. The alleged victims speaking to San Diego station KPBS.
They threw me down onto the bed, face down, and they took turns assaulting me.
The Buffalo Bills say they were unaware of the allegations when they drafted Araiza back in April. The decision to cut ties with the kicker, a major about-face for the Bills, coming just days after they backed Araiza based on the findings of what the team called its thorough examination of the allegations. Araiza denying the claims from the alleged teen victim, saying in a statement through his agent, "The facts of the incident are not what they are portrayed in the lawsuit or in the press. I look forward to quickly setting the record straight." Araiza's attorney characterizing the suit as a shakedown for money to CBS affiliate KFMB. Araiza claiming she told him she was an 18-year-old college student.
And he is 100% adamant that he never forcibly raped this young lady or forcibly had sex with her in any type of way.
The NFL has not responded to ABC's request for comment. The police saying they've concluded their criminal investigation. It's now in the hands of the district attorney. In New York, Alexis Christoforous, ABC News.
Still to come on the news tonight today, the Justice Department says it has completed its review of documents seized from former President Trump's home.
The latest on that and your full forecast after the break.
We all need deep restorative sleep to handle stress and maintain good health. And at Slumberland, we've made that very easy.
Now to the latest after the FBI search of former President Trump's Florida estate. Intelligence officials say they're assessing the potential risks to national security.
After several boxes of classified documents were found throughout the residence. Here's ABC's Eyewitness with the latest.
Today, the Justice Department stating it has completed its review of documents seized from former President Trump's Florida estate in regards to any attorney-client privilege issues. Over the weekend, a federal judge indicated she's leaning towards granting a request from Trump's legal team to appoint a special master to intervene in the ongoing review of documents taken during the FBI search of his Mar-a-Lago home. The purpose is to determine if any privileged materials were removed. She's given the DOJ until Tuesday to respond to the filings from the Trump team. The Justice Department acknowledging it received her order on Saturday and saying a special team identified a limited set of materials that potentially contain attorney-client privileged information. The DOJ also informing the judge that the team looking at any privilege issues was different from the investigators involved in its criminal investigation. Separately, the Director of National Intelligence sending a letter to top lawmakers in Congress confirming an assessment is underway over increasing concerns about the potential damage the unsecured documents pose to national security. The FBI found documents involving the most sensitive of classified materials, including some on human intelligence, spies, electronic eavesdropping, and secrets from allies.
The most important part that's redacted, though, relates to the obstruction. And that, to me, is what this all is going to come down to.
The affidavit says the search was launched in part on evidence from a significant number of witnesses. It mentions an ongoing grand jury investigation, with prosecutors already identifying potential targets and looking for more. Trump insisting he's done nothing wrong. The DOJ says it plans to file a more detailed response to Trump's request for a special master by the end of Tuesday. Now, the hearing for that special master is set to take place on Thursday by 1 p.m. Ike Ajachi, ABC News, Washington.
Now, your Storm Alert team forecast with meteorologist Rusty Dawkins.
Pretty nice day out there, lots of sunshine. It was a little warm, sure, but did you notice the dew point, the humidity? It just wasn't there. Looks pretty nice out there, South 27th Street and Yankee Hill Road for the Honda of Lincoln camp. Plenty of sunshine, and that really, we had a few scattered showers early, and there wasn't a lot to them, but some spots did see some rainfall. Then that went away and the sun came out, and it was a decent day. 87s right now at East Campus Airport, 86 Yankee Hill Road, 88 Southeast Community College, 88 Denton Road. But a lot of 80s out there, and for everybody. 88 in Columbus, 87 Grand Island, 84s in Kearney and Hastings, 87 in Hebron, 83 one of the cooler spots in Nebraska City. This, though, is the main player of the game here. We've got dew points that are low, between 50 and sure, some 60s. Nebraska City, Falls City in the lower and middle 60s, and Omaha. Everybody else, though, lower 50s in some spots. Columbus and Grand Island at 52. Satellite is really quiet. Still a couple of storms trying in northeastern Kansas here. That's giving us a little bit of cloud cover, and it's the high cloud cover, but most of the state very, very quiet because of the high pressure that's going to stick around for a while. This thing just kind of meanders its way east. This is Tuesday morning. Not a whole lot going on. In fact, there's some clouds. That's how we know it's working. A few clouds start to show up. There is going to be a stationary front over here in western Nebraska. Now, how far this gets into central and eastern Nebraska will determine how close we get to storms, because this is going to kind of give us a chance for scattered showers and thunderstorms. This is Wednesday morning. Notice the storms generally stay around this thing and then fade away as soon as they get away from it. So maybe a few more clouds. Looks like the precipitation wants to stay, if there's any, in central and western Nebraska as we head through the day on Wednesday, and that's going to be about it. Again, there's just a few scattered showers and thunderstorms in and around North Platte, towards McCook and southwestern Nebraska, but overall, it's not a really good chance. Here's your forecast for tonight. Temperatures in the middle and upper 50s. Open up the windows because the dew points are going to be low too. 58, mostly clear and cool, and north wind at 5 to 15 miles per hour. Highs tomorrow, still summer, and we should be around 85, 86 degrees this time of year, so a very normal day tomorrow for temperatures, so between 85 and almost 90 in some spots. But look at these dew points. middle 40s, upper 40s, lower 50s, and those are the high ones. So it is going to be a drier day tomorrow. 87 degrees, mostly sunny, about average for those temperatures, and the lower dew points will make this feel a lot better. In fact, this isn't just a one and done kind of thing. We've got on Tuesday, it's kind of off the charts here. It's likely this model saying 49, 48 degrees, so it doesn't even register. And then it does come back a little bit as we head towards the weekend, but still below that 60-degree mark each and every day. So we've kind of turned a corner. The heat is still there, but the humidity not so much, which is a good thing because temperatures are going to be warm. 90 and 91 Wednesday and Thursday, first day of September, a lot of 90s still out there. 93, just a small chance at a storm on Friday. The Husker game is going to be hot, 90 degrees, so if you have plans to be out and about or at the game, make sure you stay hydrated. That's going to be a kind of a hot one. But again, the humidity not as big of a problem, and we continue with the upper 80s and lower 90s through Labor Day weekend. And then a few more storms and some cooler temperatures start to get into that 10-day forecast.
Yeah, it may have been warm today, but I didn't think it was too bad.
Yeah, like you said, dew point wasn't crazy.
Yeah, when the humidity is low, it feels so much better.
Absolutely. All right, thank you very much, Rusty. A negative day on Wall Street today. The Dow falling 184 points. NASDAQ is down about 124. Here are your numbers. You're watching Channel 8, Nebraska's trusted news source.
With so much at stake, more Americans.
Sheriff's deputy had a very close encounter with some pesky livestock with a taste for sensitive legal documents.
Jeremy Roth has tonight's Take a Look at This.
Are you crazy?
Bad goats, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they ignore you? Hey, what can you do? That's what a sheriff's deputy in Alabama learned when a pair of hungry goats were found in and on his patrol car, gobbling up some important paperwork.
Quit eating that! Get out of here!
Deputy Casey Thrower was serving legal papers in Madison County when the gluttonous goats showed up and started a-dinin' on the documents and a-hoofin' on the roof.
Get out!
Eventually, the silly billies had their fill and moved on. You know who likely won't be moving on anytime soon? Deputy Thrower's pals at the precinct. They already posted the bids to social media to get his goat, nicknaming the 40-year veteran lawman one of their goats, as in greatest of all time. Watch one of Major League Baseball's goats share a touching moment with a pint-sized fan. St. Louis Cardinals superstar Albert Pujols was caught on camera giving the shirt right off his back to 9-year-old Cards fan Cooper Davis, who was at Chicago's Wrigley Field holding a sign asking to swap jerseys. From the look on Davis's face, he clearly couldn't believe it worked. He later posed for pics with his new prized Pujols possession. By the way, Cooper is apparently named after Cooperstown, home of the Baseball Hall of Fame, where Pujols and his 693 career homers are likely headed. For Take a Look at This, I'm Jeremy Roth.
What a classy move. I know a lot of Cardinals fans were happy when he came back this year.
And I've heard Albert Pujols does this all the time, you know, so he's so great with the fans, especially the younger ones.
Yes. Rusty, can we get one final check of the weather tonight?
Sure. Temperatures are going to be hot. It's not going to be humid, so it's just hot, not hot and humid. That's the good news. But still some 90s in there, between 90 and 95 Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. The only chance for rain really over the next 7 days is Friday, and that's just a small chance. We have more chances as we head towards next week. But it is going to be warm, but again, not humid.
Thank you, Rusty, and thank you for joining us.
Have a wonderful evening. We'll see you right back here at 6 o'clock.
With the Channel 8 News mobile app, you'll be the first to know. Get alerts about breaking news and weather, all in the palm of your hand.
We only do one thing at Comfort Made Mattress Factory, handcraft the highest quality mattress possible. It's backed by a lifetime comfort guarantee. Come see us.
Closed captioning on Channel 8 Eyewitness News.